For my communications video, I decided to explore an AAC device. I went ahead and I found a free one that I could find in an app store. And what I will say is the free ones, they don't come built with anything. You pretty much have to build everything from scratch. The nice thing about the AAC devices is you can make it tailor-made to exactly what you're looking for. So for mine, I did something really basic. I did sleep, eat, and potty. So the nice thing about doing it this way is depending on the child's needs and exactly what they're working on, you can build it up, but it does take some time. It took me about 5 to 10 minutes total to set up 3, so it can be a little daunting. So how I would use this with a client is, for instance, if they want to eat, I would have them press eat. Eat. And I programmed it to where my voice is also relaying exactly what the image is, because I know that can promote more spontaneous language and also help them kind of understand what that term means when they hear it. So it may also promote just some better communication with and without the AAC device. Now, for this to be successful, you would require some pretty significant training, such as hand-over-hand prompting, so that way they understand which one signifies what. So again, the purpose of this device, at least for the free ones, is so that way you can kind of build up exactly what you're looking for. I did 3 basic ones of eat, sleep, and potty, but for a child who's a little bit more advanced, you might say, like, for instance, instead of eat, you could program in like their favorite foods, like spaghetti or like a granola bar or something like that. That's a little bit more advanced, but you can start off with it being a little bit easier, so it's more general. So the next one that I would do is, let's say that the client is really tired and they really want to go to bed. You could also do it to where you can do hand-over-hand prompting, so that way they can also press this one. Sleep. And again, I programmed my voice to also say the word sleep. So that way, perhaps in the future, if maybe mom or dad says, sleep or bedtime or something like that, that the child could also respond to that as well. The biggest issues that I see with the AAC device is for more complex things like specific questions and more like complex language. I can see where that can be more difficult. For instance, words that are really, really hard to put in an image form, like who, what, where, when, why, like certain adjectives, things like that. It pretty much has to be a noun in order for it to be put into the device itself, which I can see how that can be problematic. Essentially, it can be more broad in terms of like the more advanced types of images that are on it. But if it's not a noun, I can see where that could be really hard. Like, for instance, if a child says that they want a man for like getting their jacket, or asking where their jacket is, that could be really difficult. And I've also realized that with the AAC devices, a lot of it has to be a little bit more general. For instance, if they want help with something specific, they pretty much have to be near the item that they need help with, and then they can press help. They wouldn't be able, it would be much more complicated to say, can you help me put on my jacket with an AAC device? Overall, I think it's an excellent tool to have. I know that when I was a tech, I had quite a few clients that even if they had some language, they still used an AAC device. And then I had other clients that solely relied on it who didn't have any language. So it's definitely for like a very wide, broad of individuals that can use it.